The death toll from the landslide that hit Davao de Oro climbs to 68. According to official figures released by the municipal government, more than a dozen bodies were pulled from the mud on Monday, February 12. 51 people are still missing, including mine workers and villagers, while 32 are injured. Davao de Oro Provincial Disaster Office spokesperson Edward Macapili told Agence France Presse that they are assuming no one is still alive from the landslide since it has already been a week after the incident, adding that the area already has a foul smell. Macapili adds that an area around 50 meters deep remains to be searched. Authorities have vowed to continue the search until all those missing are recovered. The landslide buried 55 nearby houses and 3 buses and a jeepney waiting for employees of a gold mining firm. Vice President Sara Duterte says that her relationship with President Bongbong Marcos remains okay despite the hostility between her family and the president. During her visit in Malaysia for the Southeast Asian Ministers of Education Organization Council, the Vice President told reporters her relationship with the President is okay in terms of both personal and of work. However, when asked about her relationship with First Lady Liza Marcos, the Vice President said she does not have any comment as of this time. Duterte adds that she has not yet discussed with the President regarding the accusations made against him by her father, former President Rodrigo Duterte, nor have they addressed her brother Davao City Mayor Baste Duterte's call for Marcos to step down. The said accusations were made during a prayer rally in Davao City, where the former president said Marcos was on the government's illegal drugs watch list, which the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency later denied. In the same event, Davao City Mayor Baste Duterte called on Marcos to resign as he criticized the policies of the current administration. Meanwhile, the Vice President dismissed Baste's call as a brotherly love as she attributed her brother's actions to what the Vice President says as a despicable treatment she's been receiving from some allies of Marcos. A group of 37 environmental organizations files a complaint with the Commission on Human Rights, accusing a military unit and a media network of red-tagging them and endangering their lives. The Environmental Defenders Congress says they were harassed by the Philippine Army's 80th Infantry Battalion and Sunshine Media Network International, a broadcast company owned by Pastor Apollo Kibuloy. This came after the coalition expressed support for the local chapter of Karapatan, a militant human rights group which raised an urgent alert over increased military presence in Rodriguez Rizal, where a controversial dam project is being built. According to NVI-DEFCON, the 80th Infantry Battalion accused them of spreading propaganda and misinformation in a February 2 Facebook post. It also linked them to the Communist Party of the Philippines, which the government has declared a terrorist organization. The coalition adds that SMNI hosts Lorraine Badoy and Ka Eric Celis echoed the same allegations against them during a talk show on February 4 that featured the 80th Infantry Battalion Commander Lieutenant Colonel Mark Anthony Ruby. The video of the talk show was later shared on social media. In their complaint letter to CHR Chairman Richard Palpalatok, the coalition asked the human rights body to investigate the red-tagging incidents and censure both the 80th Infantry Battalion and SMNI for violating their rights. It also sought the removal of the 80th Infantry Battalion's Facebook post and the SMNI video as it called on the Armed Forces of the Philippines to stop the red-tagging activities by the 80th Infantry Battalion and other military units. The NVI-DEFCON further calls for the pullout of the 80th Infantry Battalion from Rodriguez Rizal, citing the escalating militarization in the area and the harassment of environmental defenders and communities opposed to the Wawa Violago Dam projects. The NVI-DEFCON warns that red-tagging not only violates their democratic rights but also puts their safety at risk. Students from the Polytechnic University of the Philippines were reportedly hurt after they were dispersed by the Quezon City Police in a rally in front of the House of Representatives. In a video taken by the university's official student publication, police officers were shown pushing and hitting protesters with their shields and batons. The PUP League of Filipino Students says some of the students suffered wounds, bruises, and bumps as a result of the dispersal. The students were supposedly asking to be included in the congressional hearing on bills creating the National Polytechnic University, which would merge PUP and other state universities and colleges in the country. Following the incident, Quezon City Mayor Joy Belmonte says she would have the matter investigated immediately, adding that she will not condone any suppression of fundamental rights in Quezon City. Meanwhile, Bayan Muna Representative Nery Colmenares and Kabataan Party List Representative Raul Manuel have both expressed their dismay over the incident, saying the police had violently dispersed the students.